You are studying French in Ghana, in Sierra Leone, any Anglophone country, anywhere in the world, whether in the UK, here in Nigeria, this channel is for you because you have a lot to learn. So hit the subscribe button and get more content to enrich your French language study as a French student studying from the Anglophone background. There are also videos for beginners in the channel. You can go there and check on those ones. You have a lot to learn in this channel. We're looking at the degrees of adjective. We're looking at the formation of adjectives and the plurals of adjective, the placement in our previous interaction. This video is all about le degré de l'adjectif. Now, there are three things we are going to look at in this video. Number one, the comparative form of adjective. Number two, the superlative form of adjective. And we'll look at the irregular comparative and irregular superlative form of the adjective in French. Now let's dive into it. Now let's go with the first example. Cécile. So we have Cécile est plus sympathique, mais moins travailleuse. That is, Cécile is more pleasant but less hardworking. Cécile est plus sympathique, mais moins travailleuse. Cécile is very sympathetic, very nice, but less hardworking. Now just hold on to that sentence. We're going to come back to analyze it now. The next one is ton appartement est aussi confortable que le mien. Ton appartement est aussi confortable que le mien. Those two sentences. And that takes us to what we call the formation of the comparative of adjectives in French. Now, there are three things you don't want to joke with. We have what we call plus, moins, aussi. Now, the plus depicts what we call la supériorité. Moins depicts what we call inferiority. The aussi depicts égalité. We have supériorité, infériorité, et puis nous avons l'égalité. Les trois niveaux de comparaison. These are the three levels of comparisons. Either you are higher, you are less, or we are equal. We have il est plus intelligent. It's more intelligent. Superiority. Il est moins travailleux. It's less hardworking. Il est aussi intelligent. Is also intelligent. So we're at the same level. Now, how do we use these things we have just learned? How do we use them to make sentences? And they make sense. They're able to speak like the normal French speaker you see speaking on France 24 or any other channel, RFI, TV5 mode, all over the world. Or your senior colleague as a student that can speak the French language very well. Let's go into it. La comparative. You can use it alone. Il est plus intelligent, use alone. Il est moins travailleux, use alone. Il est aussi intelligent, use alone. But you can use it and add what we call que. Il est plus grand que moi. He is taller than I. Il est plus grand que moi. The usage of these particular comparative words are very important. Remember, they can be used independently. We've studied the examples already. They also use with que. Il est plus grand que moi, like I said initially, it's taller than I. Then you also have something like il est moins jolie que moi. She's not as pretty as I am, she's less prettier. And you can also have something like il est aussi beau que tu le dis. He's lovely as you say. So you can use it alone or with que. So that's what you need to note as far as that is concerned. Apart from identifying this element of comparison in French, I know that they can be used independently and with que, that conjunction que. We want to just look at right now how they are used. You can use them with a noun. You can use them to compare nouns, to compare pronouns. You can compare adverbs. You can compare prepositions. We call them prepositions subordinate. Subordinate conjunctions. You can compare them, sentences rather. You can also compare adjectives. So let's look at examples with all these forms of comparison. Now, pay attention to the word que, and then plus, aussi, moins. They're important. Now, for now, to compare to now, we have Pierre est aussi intelligent que Paul. Paul est aussi intelligent que Paul. And the Paul is as intelligent as Paul. As Paul. So, Pierre, Peter, and Paul, we are comparing two of them now. That is noun comparison. We are comparing two nouns. Now, say pronouns. Elle est plus courageuse que lui. She is more courageous than him. Elle, pronom personnel. Lui, pronom. Also. So, we are comparing two pronouns. Elle est plus courageuse que lui. Number 3 comparison. Let's say we have adverbs. L'eau est plus chaud ici que là-bas. We have ici, là-bas. We are comparing two adverbs of places. So you see the code between the ici and the là-bas. We are comparing the two adverbs of places. Now you understand more about adverbs in the next video. Now the next thing is what we call proposition subordonnée. C'est plus cher que je ne le prenais. Now, je ne le prenais is the preposition. C'est plus cher. Je ne le prenais. C'est plus cher que je ne le prenais. C'est plus cher que je ne le prenais. So we are comparing that is more expensive and I'm not taking it. C'est plus cher que je ne le prenais. The fifth category of things you can compare using these words of comparison. The fifth category of things you can compare using these words of comparison at the comparative level, we call them adjective qualificative, qualitative adjectives. We have looked at them in the previous video, and so they are not strange to you right now. Elle est aussi aimable que belle. Rather, elle est aussi aimable que belle. She is more lovely than beautiful. So we prefer the fact she's lovelier than beautiful. Elle est aussi aimable que belle. So we have looked at these 5 levels of comparison. Please take note of them. Now, if you want to actually emphasize and then comparison, you want to insist on their differences, you can add words like bien, beaucoup, before plus or moins. Let's say we have il est bien plus grand. You gotta mean il est plus grand. I say il est bien plus grand. So I brought the bien plus grand before the plus, the bien before the plus. Just to give it intensity. You'll know more about that when we come to adverb in the next video and in the next class. You can also ask like nous sommes beaucoup moins riches. Nous sommes beaucoup riches. But nous sommes moins riches rather. Well, nous sommes beaucoup moins riches. Now that beaucoup tells us about the intensity. You can add that to make your sentence more interesting and give it more flesh. You can tweak it a bit. I've been talking about the comparative form of adjective. Let's go to the superlative. Now the difference between the superlative and the comparative is the use of the definite articles. In one of our videos, we'll talk about the definite articles, their formation, their usage, how they are used. So you can go back to the channel and get that video and watch and improve on that. For the superlative is the plus you add that makes it superlative. Except when the words are in superlative form already as adjective. We'll look at the two different ones now. To form superlative, il est aimable. Il est plus aimable. Il est la plus aimable. She is the most lovely. La plus, that la before the plus, taken from comparative to superlative. Another example. Il est plus grand que Jean. Il est le plus grand. That le before the plus means that he is the tallest. That is superlative. And so take note of it. It's very important so that you don't miss it. Pay attention to some things as far as this superlative is concerned. Let's say, for example, the adjective is placed after a noun. And when it's placed before a noun, it maintains its position. Let's say we have la belle femme. We cannot say la belle plus femme. No, we say la plus belle femme. The belle must come after the femme. La plus belle femme. The next one is la femme sympathique. La femme sympathique. La femme la plus sympathique. Now we say plus sympathique. You want to know why we have these two differences? Remember we talked about the placement of adjective in our previous video. So please go back to the other video. It's there in the channel and you get that better. But that, know the difference. Very important. Superlative, absolute. These ones, they don't need plus. They don't need la to become or moins. They are just superlative. Example is très. Il est très pauvre. You can say il est là très pauvre. No, il est très pauvre. You can say ils sont bien dessus. So these are adjectives and they are the superlative level. Most important thing we want to look at now is the irregular form. You know, in French, the rules are very important, but the most essential thing is knowing the exceptions, knowing those things that break the conventions. Those are the ones that actually matter, that make you stand out. Now, let's look at some irregular, comparative, and superlative. We have bon. You cannot say le plus bon. No. For bon, you have bon, you have meilleur, you have le meilleur. For mauvais, you have plus mauvais, le plus mauvais. Or you say le pire. Therefore, petit, you can say moindre, le moindre. Or you can say plus petit or le plus petit. So let's note the difference. Now let's look at these three things I just mentioned. Let's discuss them. Bon is meilleur at its comparative. And then le meilleur superlative. Mauvais will give you pire, le pire at the comparative, superlative. Then you have petit will give you moindre and give you le plus moindre at the comparative. Let's look at them in sentences. Il nous punit dès qu'on a fait le moins sottise. That is, it punishes us for the least or the slightest mistake. Il nous punit dès qu'on fait la moindre sottise. You see the word la moindre there is superlative. La moindre, the slightest, the least, superlative. La moindre sottise. Another example. J'occupe la plus petite chambre. J'occupe la plus petite chambre. I have the smallest room. So you want to take note of them. They are also very, very important. Now, on these three categories we just mentioned as irregular adjective in their comparative and superlative form, we also have some adjectives in French that are very irregular. They are neither comparative nor superlative. They are just there. Excellent, superior. You have excellent, you have parfait, you have unique. These ones, they are comparative adjective on their own and also superlative on their own. So they don't fall between the category. You can say son magasin est supérieur que l'autre. This magazine, this newspaper is of more quality, is superior to the other one. So there's already a comparison there. The use of aussi, co, and sico. All right, you want to know this one. Aussi, co, and sico. Now, don't mix them up. Students make that mistake a lot, especially those from the Anglophone background we are coming to learn the French language. We make those mistakes a lot. Osiko, siko. What's the difference between the two? Let me give you some sentences. Il est aussi grand que son frère. He's as tall as his brother. Il est aussi grand que son frère. Il est si grand qu'il doit se baisser pour traverser la porte. Il est si grand. One of them is adjective, osiko, but si there is a consequence. It's not comparing anything there. He is so tall that he has to bend to pass or to walk through the door. So please pay attention to all these forms of comparison. Use them in your day-to-day study of French language, and then you are going to improve tremendously. Please, this is Flow Hub. You can contact us via the comment section, and then we'll reach out to you. Whatever service you want us to teach you, private tutorial, we do that as well. But make sure you subscribe to the channel, and as well, recommend it to beginners in French. There are quite a lot of videos for them in the channel. They're going to thank you because it's going to be a wonderful experience for them. So thank you for watching. Keep watching and keep recommending. Subscribe, like. Please drop a comment. Thank you so much.